facts. It be late, waist snatch. Back, straight facts. Got lips like Angelina. Belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my. That's why they call it trampoline. Babe, like a Monday, Ferrari body. This is sweet. Saturday, that's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He say it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Yeah. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front. I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back. Woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too. They look like bridesmaids. And they all.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out across midfield, down to the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Let's go. Great. Let's play 7.
Working from the gun, Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Wentz to throw again. Flushed out right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now in draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And able to work his way down to the 16. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
Eluding the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. On the keeper, here's Goff. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Hang in there now.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Run.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 15. Goff now looking to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. Powering his way forward.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Wentz now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Merlin. 5. Jester.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Flushed out right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And an update from a game going on out in Denver. The Broncos, they're continuing to pour it on. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Throwing his Wentz, eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw his Wentz. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Run, run.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Out of the gun. Gone. He's going to wind up an error. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now it's gone. Caught by Nelson left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Marlin.
Goff on 1st down. And it's complete. He's got it in the end end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
82, 82. That's it. Straight 15, straight 15.
On first down, Wentz. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Wentz. Oh, he slipped right by him. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably doing play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe you're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
J.J. Nelson now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
On 1st down, it's gone. Now he'll go deep down the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets him back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
We're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott now to kick this one away. Well, remember back to the 1st half when they went for it on 4th, didn't get it, and you said file that play away for later? I think this is the time to bring that up.
Yeah, we did say circle it, and let's see how it would play out, because if they'd kicked the 3 there, if they kicked that field goal, this would be a 1-score game now.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tiger, Tiger. Louis.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Let's fly two.
Here's Wentz to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Sunday. 180. Black.
Wentz now to throw. Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra. Successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Goff now looks to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Go! Shell! 5. Orange. Now, we go!
Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
14. 12. Hey, lift. Check 3.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Alex Anzalone in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wentz to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down. That's Love. And a short gain here down to the 22. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. He finds an opening past the 40. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Start left here. 76, tell him. 76.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his man on the crossing route. That goes for a gain of 31. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
5. Starting left here. Got three down.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. Throw left side complete. It's Nelson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Goff. It's caught. Nelson. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Goff now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Shell. Hard ball.
Goff throwing again. That is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Throwing again is gone. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. One last throw here for Goff. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Philadelphia, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Wow.